tell you?
It's obviously concerning. I mean, pneumonia is always concerning in someone of advanced age, and his late 80s, even more concerning. And keep in mind, as you look at this timeline, that the Pope has had a significant history of lung problems going back to, even childhood or young adulthood, when he had part of a lung removed for an infection at that point. Before February 14th, when he was hospitalized, we already got some indication that there were issues because he was having aides. His aides give talks for him, for example. He was having a hard time catching his breath well enough to do that, probably more upper respiratory at that point. But then by Valentine's Day, lower respiratory bronchitis. That's the sort of deep cough, that people will get. That's usually bronchitis. Then pneumonia a few days later. As you point out, slight improvement overall in his condition, but it's still pretty worrisome.
Yeah, because we already know that part of his lung, one of his lungs, has been removed years and years and years ago. What can you tell us about? He had an asthma attack as well, correct?
Yeah. So so people have a general understanding what asthma is. You think about it: exercise-induced asthma or cold-induced asthma. It's an inflammation of the airways that causes spasm of the airways. So just think about those airways, normally you get them inhaling. Top of that, lungs that go inside the nose, you can give high flow apnea. But there was something else as well, and that is something known as
condition overnight.
Yeah, Christina, we just got a one-line statement from the Vatican press office saying that Pope Francis rested well all night. No further details this morning from the Vatican. But what we heard yesterday from the Vatican press office yesterday evening is that even though the Pope remains in critical condition, he is showing a slight improvement, that apparently he's continuing to receive oxygen after Saturday's asthmatic attack, but said that he continues to eat well. Evening, he was on the phone with the parish priest in Gaza, something he's been trying to do every night since the war there began. Christina?
And Ben, we've obviously seen millions of Catholics around the world praying for the Pope's recovery. But how is it being felt there?
Certainly, his health is the top story in the Italian newspapers, noting that thousands of people braved the rain and the cold last night to go out to St. Peter's Square to pray for his health. This is a man who's very popular in Italy, keeping in mind that